drop this camera down a little bit. So we're going to play around with the camera. A red warning, but I'm disregarding that. So we're going to fly the ridge line. This is a great shot right through here. So I'm going to try to capture this. All right, Dad Random here. Here, let me turn off. I want to turn off my, there we go, just turn off my face tracking. But I'm going to go out and fly out on the ridge out there. So I decided to do a 360 flight out there. So we got the Avata 360 for that. 360 video has been really popular, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to go do some more 360 video. The one way I haven't done it though is with goggles. So I've got the Goggles 3 today and Controller 3. So that was the last time I flew it, so everything should be good as far as video wise. I'm thinking I should have taken my here, let's put it over here. I should have taken out my my tripod, but oh well. We are what we are right now. All right, so just making sure that doesn't move. All I gotta do is just power everything up and get flying. I want to do a compilation. Oh boy, we just put our lens down in the dirt. So let's make sure we get it cleaned off. So I did a little research, and I think some of you may have done some research too about the lens anomalies. And I guess it's the, it says the sun and props. And I'm trying to figure that one out mentally, because that doesn't seem like that would be the case, but it could be the case. All I know is that this drone is awfully fun to fly. I'm coming to really love it. I think it has all the things that a lot of us wanted when the anti-gravity was created, and with their 360 technology. And I'm to be fair about anti-gravity, I'm not going to comment more than that. I can't decide whether it's good or bad without actually flying it. So I'm kind of stuck. I can't be critical of something that I've never used, and I know a lot of people do that. And I just can't, with all conscience, do that. So, all right. Oh, good. We got video. Oh, that is really colorful. I don't know why we've got such a massive amount of color. What is that all about? Let's go to camera. AK60. I'm just going to leave it. I don't think there's a lot of artificial color going on right now. I don't know. Let's just leave it. That could be really good. Let's fly. So here, I've got to just make sure we can take off. Let's make sure we have plenty of satellites. Oop, 28. We're good. So we take off just like a regular quad. Oh, there we go. Wow, that was a switch. And yeah, I'm just going to do it up really quick. I like this shot. And we're just going to take off. All right, we got antennas wide open. This should be the perfect spot to fly 360. So I'm going to start up really high and then let the drone kind of determine its path. Now, I'm going to put it in sport mode. So all it does is it removes obstacle avoidance. I don't know, like we're flying 37 miles an hour with very little wind today. Another good point of the flight today is we've got the puffy clouds going on. I'm going to make use of all of this terrain here. Everything that's rocks. But yeah, it's, I don't know if you guys remembered one of my flights. This is the infamous drone area of loss. There we go. But we are eating up a lot of territory quick. I've got a red warning, but I'm disregarding that. So we're going to fly the ridge line here on this side just to be safe. So we're going to get over the ridge so we can get a 360. So we have to think, okay, what does 360 want us to do? 360 wants us to be able to capture everything around us. So we want to fly close to things that are going to be fun to look at. I'm hoping that, oh, there we go. We got a little bit of obstruction. All right, we're gonna venture across the Great Divide here because that's what 360 requires of us to do. Oh, it's down. It's really green down there today. Now, I think one of the advantages we're going to see with the A1 is a flight time advantage. That's kind of what I'm guessing. Now, it'd be interesting to see how this particular lighting affects my goggles. We do have a valid home point. Ooh, that's pretty through there. So we just want to make sure we're over the top of things. Yeah, we're milking battery out pretty good. This is a great shot right through here. So I'm going to try to capture this. I see a little bit of, I'm going to drop this camera down a little bit. So we're going to play around with the camera at 10 degrees here. Make sure we're not losing any signal. I think it was because I took off from my truck. I think that's an anomaly based on magnetism, I'm guessing. That's going to be a really pretty shot through there. Excuse me, guys. I am got a little hay fever this morning. Apologize for that. Okay, we're at 56%. It seems like the top of the battery kind of bled off. We're going to bring her up a little bit. And we're going to bring it around. Do an opposite. point of view shot. Follow this trail line right here. The other side, the other direction is definitely going to be better looking video-wise. So this is called Land Hill. This is the Land Hill shot. So I'm going to head back and go across the area which I call the crash site as I venture back. So I want to get that trail system as I return. And wow, we are flying. Now, there's a bike trail down there we're following. There's not particularly a lot to look at here, so that's kind of that's a little bit concerning there as far as the flight. And we're at 47%. Showing this little trail area. Like I said, not the most amazing stuff to check out, but we do see speed, right? Milking out this flight. We are picking up, ooh, there's something different I haven't videoed. It's kind of cool down there. As we head on back. Yeah, this is a route that I've not taken before. We're doing really well battery-wise, 42%. Wow, so it's doing better. I was kind of worried at first because we had such a huge battery drop. Some stuff here that I have not ever recorded here. Kind of interesting. Yeah, like I said, this is a direction that I've never flown. Oh, we're heading on back to our get these green trees over here. Right, I really like this direction. You can see we got the mountain in the background, and we'll do a return to home here in just a second. I want to make use of this whole battery. I want to see what my red warning light is all about here. So yeah, bring it in manually here. I just want to do just a little bit of checking on. All right, let's do this. So we went into normal mode, and it's doing a return, a low return. And like I said, I like that low return. It allows me to. Now I don't see the return path, and I thought this one did that, but we got a good video. It should give us a, yeah, there it is. That's the way I came in. And the landing point right there. Actually landing right where it was supposed to land. See, that's the wind coming off the aircraft. All right, that was a sweet flight. Anyways, if you're not a fan of the Avata 360 yet, become a fan. It's just, once again, 360 is giving us a completely different viewpoint, giving us a completely different way of flying, and hope you enjoyed that. All right, later. Dad Random for the Avata 360. Avata 360. Later. Have a great weekend, and subscribe if you have not. Check the links and anything else that I leave for you, because I usually leave you tidbits of really good, important stuff that will help your FPV journey and or your quad journey become better. All right, later. Bye. Dad Random.